Hey, with Randy Wineglass. Welcome to Man Up Mental Health. We're out here in Hilo, Hawaii. Today, we're going to talk about how AI is quietly rewiring men's mental health, and no one is talking about it. All right, fellas? What if I told you the same technology that's meant to help you could be actually hurting you silently, systematically, and psychologically? We got these AI tools, all these new algorithms that are coming to surface, the deep fakes, level filters, they're all reshaping male identity, making it even harder to manage stress, having a stress response, and most men don't even really know about it. Yeah, just this. They don't even have an idea of what's happening, guys. By the end of this video, you'll see how AI is affecting your self-worth, your work, and your relationships, and even your emotional health in ways that we've never faced before in human history. All right, so we're going to break this whole thing down with AI, how it's really impacting us. So let's start off talking about the rise of AI. Men are spending 30% more time online than a decade ago, but male loneliness is at an all-time high. This is from the U.S. Surgeon General in 2023. Now we have all these different AI companionship tools, fellas, chat bots, voice assistants, a lot of different technology right now that uses AI, and it's replacing real human connection with a lot of synthetic affirmation that's not really human-based, but technological. This makes emotional intimacy feel safer with machines than it does for people. And they were rewiring how men bond, trust, and seek validation. So porn algorithms and the dopamine distortion. AI enhanced porn uses algorithms that hyper target user preferences, training your brain to respond to artificial intimacy. Over 60% of men report that pornography use has negatively impacted their relationships or their sexual satisfaction. All right, this is research done back in 2021. So what happens with this porn, overuse in porn? It leads to dopamine desensitization, higher anxiety, and unrealistic expectations of women and love. I see this a lot of my practice. Guys struggling with porn use. I used to struggle with porn use. Really impacts your intimacy, guy. Looking at a lot of porn and porn videos. So really pay attention to that. Men dominate industries like manufacturing, sectors where AI automation is replacing jobs rapidly. In 2024, McKinsey report found that 1 in 3 men under 35 years being replaced by AI at work within the next 5 years. So what's the result? Performance anxiety. People are burning out, and there's a lot of panic and silent panic about the future relevance of their particular careers. So you're seeing this a lot in a lot of industries, tech industries, where people are really panicking and having a lot of anxiety. Then there's the social comparison algorithm and self-worth. AI-powered platforms push highlight reels of other men's success, bodies, and lifestyles. Men exposed to filtered content for more than 2 hours a day report a 37% increase in feelings of inadequacy. This is a study done by the American Psychological Association in 2022. You're not just scrolling the internet, you're being measured. And most men are losing the invisible race. So AI is taking over, fellas. It's taking over and replacing a lot of us in these different AI-dominated fields. Part 5, emotional suppression reinforced by AI assistance. AI tools like voice assistants or productivity bots respond to tasks, not feelings, training men to suppress emotion in favor of efficiency. Over time, this reinforces stoic detachment, decreasing emotional literacy and vulnerability. In therapy, more men are reporting that they feel robotic or numb, mirroring the tools they interact with. This AI thing is starting to become real serious, fellas, and it's really impacting a lot of men's well-being. So really paying attention to how much you're allowing yourself to be consumed by the internet. Then you have deep fakes, identity crisis, and trust erosion. AI-generated deepfakes are eroding trust in what's real, especially among young men. A study from MIT found that fake news spreads 6 times faster than real news, and men are more likely to engage with it on social media. So this fuels paranoia, detachment from reality, and a growing sense that the world and their place in it is unstable. So AI, in a lot of ways, is creating a lot of paranoia, a lot of anxiety, a lot of low self-worth in a lot of our young men. So let's look at data surveillance and masculinity performance. Let's break it down. Men are more likely to use AI enhanced fitness, finance, and dating apps, each collecting personal behavioral data. So these tools and resources are collecting data on you fellas. When you're constantly being watched, measured, and fed recommendations, you start performing instead of being. The surveillance creates silent anxiety. Am I being masculine enough to match the algorithm? A lot of questions that people ask. My kids are out here freezing, we're out here in Hilo, having a good time. Beautiful beach area. So the mental health fallout in the way forward. Break it down. Men's suicide rates remain 3.5% higher than women's, and AI isn't yet equipped to detect subtle male cries for help. This is from the CDC in 2023. But when used with intention, AI can support therapy, track emotional patterns, and offer tools for emotional growth. There's a lot of AI-powered, AI-generated resources and a lot of psychology websites that I use for my practice. So it's really been very helpful. It's not about fighting AI. It's about reclaiming your agency in your mind and your masculinity in a world built by code, not letting it dominate you and interfere with your ability to think strategically. If you're a man feeling unseen in the age of AI, you're not alone. Subscribe for more raw research backed content to help take your mind back and your life, fellas. Subscribe to Men Up Mental Health, where we really break down, watch these videos, and get educated on things that we can do to break some of these cycles. Your power isn't in avoiding the technology, it's in understanding it before it rewires who you are and who you're meant to be. We're constantly trying to power up our young men, take control of their mental health and their future and their destiny. And you do this by really setting boundaries on how much AI content you allow yourself to consume. Okay, fellas? So this is Randy Wineglass, LMFT in the state of California and Florida. Peace.